Alright. Hey everyone. I'm Big John and welcome to another episode of the Disability Show live. This week coming to you from my condo at Sunday River. And no, there's nothing wrong with your audio. I have a bit of a cold. So, this week I want to talk about some rainy day tips. So, as you all know, not every day in Florida is going to be bright and sunny. Sometimes you got to be prepared for some rainy days. So, it's a good idea to pack an umbrella in your backpack and possibly a jacket, or if you're my mother, at least 50 ponchos. Because you never know what the weather's going to do. Now, if it's thundering, all the outdoor rides will be closed. So, if able, make sure you're in an indoor location until things get sunny again. And also make sure you plan accordingly if you go to the park on a rainy day. So, anyway, that's my tip. As always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. And now it's time for this week's Top 5. So, Hollywood Studios is currently Disney's most thrilling park, but it is not without its chill places. So, this week, we're going to cover my top 5 places to chill at Hollywood Studios. Number 5, over by Echo Lake. So, hanging out over at Echo Lake, it's probably the best place. And it's a great place to just sit down, especially if you're waiting for your reservation at Hollywood and Vine or Prime or the 50s Prime Time. It's just a great place to just chill, you know. Number 4, the benches on Sunset Boulevard. No, Ian Frost, I do not have Fortnite. As I was saying, number 4, the benches on Sunset Boulevard. You know, sunset used to mean a whole lot to me. If you know, you know. But it's still the benches are still a great place to sit down. And it's the place for the citizens of Hollywood. I still miss them. Still the biggest mistake of the Chapek era. Number 3, a small shady area right outside Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So there's this little area right near the snack stands where we can just sit down, where I can sit down in the shade and have either a Mickey bar or some popcorn, depending on how I feel. And it's a perfect place for me to charge my batteries, both for my phone and for me with my autism. And it's a good place to just... hi, Savion Mother. All right, number 2, the Backlot Express. So this is a great seating area, great quick serve, right next door to Star Tours. It's where my mom goes to sit down while Dad and I ride Star Tours. And It's also another great place to just sit down and have a drink my bottle, and get everything together before we head to our next location. And my number one place to chill at Hollywood Studios, Walt Disney Presents. Now, you cannot go to Hollywood Studios and not do Walt Disney Presents, because there would be no Walt Disney World without Walt Disney. Hi, Angel. Hi, cool kid. Make sure you guys subscribe. As I was saying, Walt Disney Presents. So so many Disney memorabilia, many costumes, and things to come in the park. And it's a great place to catch up on Disney history. So let me know in the chat or in the comments what your favorite place to chill is at Hollywood Studios. And now it is time for Diz or Dat. Now, on both coasts, Tiana's Bayou Adventure is very splash-tacular. At Disneyland, it's a single log, and it goes so fast you can barely take in the scenes, and you get way more wet. Whereas at the Magic Kingdom, it's double logged, and it moves at a much slower pace, and you don't get as wet. So let me know in the chat or in the comments which version of Tiana's you prefer, Diz, the Disneyland version, or Dat, the Walt Disney World version. And now it's trivia time. So last week we asked, what was the name of Nemo's mother? The correct answer was Coral. Congratulations if you knew the answer. So now here is this week's trivia time question. Which character tells Buzz Lightyear that he is his father? Be the first one in the chat or in the comments with the correct answer, and you will receive 100 cool points. So, this weekend is the Run Disney Marathon weekend. Disney holds these, I think, 4 times a year. And I have a lot of friends who are running this event. One of them is my friend Kelly from the Voices of Liberty. She is running with Team Fox that runs to find cures for pancreatic cancer, which is what her father had. And I know that a lot of people like to dress up for these events. Personally, I don't think I'll ever do one. But still, if you're running this weekend, I wish you all the very best of luck. Go get them. And have a great time. So anyway, that's our show. As I said, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later. I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. For this week's shout-outs, make sure you guys check out Just a Guy and a Girl. They do great live streams from Disneyland. Definitely check them out. Also, make sure you guys check out Justin Scard. He does great Random Land videos. Definitely check him out as well. Also, make sure you guys check out my buddy Beth over at Beth's Disney Adventures. She did a trivia thing last night, and she also does great live streams from the parks, as well as from the Character Warehouse outlet in Vineyard. Definitely check her out. Also, make sure you guys check out Fun to Be Free. They do great live streams from the parks as well. Definitely check them out. If you haven't subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And ding the bell for notifications. Hey, Elliot Perry, better late than never. And ding the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time, may the mouse